What it is, what ain't, what it was, what it should be. I'm Rue Poppy, and thank you so much for pulling up on me. As you can see by the thumbnail, this is not no sound, meditation, sleep ambient track. This is me at the office, and I actually have some pretty good news for this page and channel. Something that I've been thinking about, actually the intentions and the root of this channel for Root Poppy. For those who don't know me, I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. They call me Root Poppy. I do plant installations, mindful facilitation. I'm in business development, and I do some creative work, and I help creatives monetize their dreams and passions in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I'm trying to reroute in out west in LA. So that's definitely who I am and what I got going on. And with that being said, that was something that I was very intentional about doing with this page from jump. About 4 months ago, I started producing sounds, and that caused some traction. Definitely built a following while simultaneously being live on a regular basis, kind of giving, my personality and letting people know that, I'm not just some shaman stuck underneath a, rock producing these sounds in a remote location with strong Wi-Fi. No, I am as real as it gets. I've done a whole bunch, lived a whole bunch, and I'm just a real dude. So I'll be posting a lot more personal, front-facing content, videos. I will definitely be still having the sound and meditation and lo-fi and all that. I'll definitely be doing that, but I'll be categorizing it, placing them in like a playlist. You know what I'm saying? But I'll definitely be keeping up with the frequency-oriented, rhythmic sounds that I produce, because for one, it's healing. For two, I actually love doing it. And three, I love us all vibrating together. So I'll definitely continue to do that. But as far as it being the primary creative output for me, that will no longer be. It'll just be more lifestyle, more vlogish type of how I am on live. I want to make this super effortless. And hopefully encourage everyone else to jump online and not think about, oh, I can't post because I don't have the right lighting, or I can't post because I don't have the right quality of camera. F all that. Listen, if you are thinking about doing anything online as far as creating content and posting it, do so. Do so, do so, do so. It doesn't matter what it looked like, how it is now. Eventually, you'll be able to get it all together if you stay down and stay 10 toes down. And that's what we're going to do. And I get to hopefully encourage you to jump online. Sorry, my allergies are kind of wearing me out. For those who have seen me on live, I have a lot more energy than this, but my allergies are kind of weighing on me. But we will definitely get past that. And to speak about live, shout out to Howard, shout out to Sophia, shout out to Mike, shout out to AJ, A1, shout out to all these people, man. Y'all, these are all my friends on live that have been coming from Argentina, Florida, every time, Pennsylvania, every time I go live, they jump on. So thank you for not only subscribing, but just always being there and setting the notification bell up. That is so dope that we've been literally producing cool relationships and really learning, because I actually be picking up one of these books and I read, and I've been doing that on live, and we've been reading on live. I've been doing 500 push-up challenges on live. I've been hitting the precision bag on live. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I've been doing on live that I get to actually do now and post. I don't make my lives public, but I'll definitely be making them public. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot more personal facing content, and I'm pretty excited about it. But today's video, outside of the announcements, I'm doing this campaign, Pothos Poppy. I'm creating a whole, I don't want to say conglomerate, but I just want a whole system called Pothos Poppy, highlighting men who have green thumbs. And also I want to sell my Pothos in creative spaces and cafes and throughout the city of Charlotte. So that's another reason why I wanted to go live, because I'm going to be doing a lot of propagating, a lot of repotting, a lot of cutting, a lot of cold calling, a lot of everything when it comes to Pothos. So I want Potho Poppies series to obviously be within the Root Poppy umbrella of who I am. So pretty excited about that, and I am thinking about just keeping this video running along. Again, this is effortless. This is just super spontaneous, but not spontaneous, because I plan on actually having specific days that you can expect to get out of me. So definitely like yoga. I'm gonna have yoga set up. I'm yoga certified, so I'm gonna probably be doing yoga, yoga series, office yoga series, definitely coming. Gonna probably be doing some heavy bag punching, 500 push-up challenges, and I do these 500 push-ups in under 40 minutes, by the way. So definitely gonna be dropping those too. So every day is gonna be something different, but also expected. So I'm pretty excited about that. But today, to start this off, it's Sunday. We're going to be doing some plant care. I actually have an agenda. A goal of mine is to recreate this bad boy here, who's been bringing me so much Pothos clippings and shavings for the past couple months now. With Pothos, one of my favorite house plants, they grow so resilient and strong. So I'm definitely going to be producing a lot more of this in the coming weeks, but I plan on using this clay pot that I got from Home Depot to pretty much repot a whole bunch of these. Within this clay pot, I low-key want to have I want to repot maybe like 6 to 7 of these into this clay pot. So I've been buying a whole bunch of shavings from Home Depot. I've been buying a whole bunch of these sleeves, Pothos sleeves from Home Depot. Getting my Pothos together because Potho Poppy is coming. This is gonna be my Potho Poppy bar, propagated bar, with these glass mason jars, and I'll be probably doing that. Like I said, I'm gonna be definitely making more videos up front with my face in it. So pretty excited about that. And for those who have now seen my office for the first time, if this is the first time you're watching, this is actually, yes, this is my office space in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's uptown. I'll definitely do like a office video, office tour eventually. But right now we need to be taking care of these plants. And maybe Sundays we will, I'll probably provide some tips and tricks on repotting, shaving, and the whole nine. But as of today, we will be repotting about 5 to 6 of these Pothos plants into this clay pot so the roots can grow stronger and longer, so they could become something like this. This is heavy. This is almost like maybe 15 pounds. That was maybe like 15 pounds. So really looking forward to it. So I'm going to set everything up, and we could repot this Pothos together and actually have our first, I guess our second video, because I've done an office video before with my brother who was here. And that leads me into, my homies gave me full consent. So they'll definitely be on videos too. I work with and have relationships with the coolest musicians, the coolest artists, just tastemakers in the city of Charlotte, and they'll definitely be dropping gems in their artists and artistry. They'll be dropping, jokes, because these people are actually funny. A lot of times, you think you see somebody on stage with the mic and singing very angelically isn't funny as freak, but they are 1000% funny. So I'll definitely be sharing a lot of personality with them on this platform. Other than that, let's get to this Pothos. This is actually my little greenhouse table that I do a lot of my repotting, a lot of my greenhouse stuff, my green thumb bag. I be in my green thumb bag on this table right here. So we're gonna set it up to where I could easily get to repotting, redoing, and reduce, reuse, recycle. Okay, so what I'm going to do is kind of clear up some space here. I got this snake plant that I'm going to propagate. I'm probably going to cut this up, propagate. I actually had this snake plant for about 4 years. About 2.5, 3 years. Shout out to Liv. She's an amazing florist in the city of Charlotte. She works throughout the city of Charlotte, not just her own personal projects, but she actually takes on city like events. So was helping her out one time, and we were packing up a whole bunch of plants. She did this beautiful installation, floral installation for Charlotte Business Journal in their awards or something like that about 2 years ago. And she had all her plants with her, and she forgot about this snake plant that was actually, she left in the car, took it out, super healthy, super strong, super just like erect. Like I'm talking hardcore, like standing straight up. But throughout time, sometimes snake plants start to droop, especially if the soil needs to be repotted. So I'm definitely gonna repot after I propagate, and propagating snake plants is so easy. So I'll definitely be doing that later on, but not now. So I'll put this to the side. I'm gonna put this gigantic plant over here. We got a clear, plain white pot, plastic. I don't really care for plastic pots, but that's just me. My soil is right here. This is a pothos plant that's been giving me pothos for a really long time. I've had her for an extremely long time. Sasha, I've had her for a while. She's gotten me so many pothos. So despite how crazy she looks, I'm definitely going to repot her. Actually, I'm going to cut her all the way up. Finally cut her completely up and get her into some mason jars. So that'll happen. I'll definitely be making a video about that. As you can see, I needed a specific channel for this kind of stuff because, yeah, I have a lot of plans. I have a lot of stuff going on. So first you want to do, let's get into it. I'm going to first get my soil here. I'm using all-purpose potting soil. And it's automatically ready to use. For those who've never repotted a plant, it's pretty easy. You just drop the soil. You don't want to fill the pot up with soil. You want to have at least 1/4 room to kind of get the roots and everything going. I like to pour a little water between the existing roots and new soil, just for those roots to feel stimulated, travel around. But yeah, this is a big pot, so I'm pretty much going to use most of this. Oh! Wow. Somehow no soil came out. But okay. See, this is more than enough soil. So let's check it out. I didn't put that much soil in there, as you can see. Okay, so now that my soil is wet, what I want to do is find pothos that are outgrowing the plastic. So in order to do that, you look just underneath and see if there's any roots growing underneath. So this one's fine. It still has some room for growth on the pot. As you can see, this is starting to grow. The root is starting to show up. 2 roots are starting to show up outside, and they look pretty healthy. So I'll definitely be repotting this one, putting in the big boy. I'll be repotting this one because this root's coming up. Whoa, this one is ready to bounce. So what I'm gonna do is definitely have this rooted Again, I'm just looking for like five to six. So far we have three. This is definitely re-rooting. Look at that root coming out that plastic. So we'll definitely repot her. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 so far. We need one more from this jar. 5. Maybe we can get 6 in here. Yeah, let's go for 7. Let's go for 7. I like how these roots are kind of showing up right here. So let's go for 7. So what I plan on doing is actually placing these pots. As you can see, it's definitely showing up. I'll probably have them on the outside like that. And bam. So this will be how it will look when it's all said and done. I would like to leave a little room up for I'd like to leave a little room like right there, right in the center. So I could actually place this little rig in the center. So when it's time to start rooting up, it'll be a lot easier for me to kind of have these plants kind of start to build up, because pothos just starts to fall and it just becomes a lot. So yeah, we're definitely going to be doing that. Okay, so now that we found the pothos that we'll be repotting due to its outgrowing nature, you know, a lot of people, they either pull from the actual potho, which I don't like that. I think is very traumatic. So what I like to do, I like to squeeze the planter, because it'll just make it easier for it to fall out. Try not, when you do repot, try not to rip the root out from the bottom. You don't want to rip these roots. Check out the strength of this potho here. Look at that. So nice. So nice. Open up that bottom. All I'm gonna do is place her right here. Like so. Again, we want to squeeze. What I actually want to do, I actually want to put more soil in here. Y'all, so soil can get expensive, especially when you're buying it all the time. So this is some cheap soil that I found at Dollar General, my mom told me about. And it works so well. It works so well for pothos plants. But here we go. Again, got to get that muddy water. Definitely got to save a little bit of water at the jar for your hands, because if you don't got no gloves, they will be dirty. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about this Pothos Poppy campaign. See how I open it up. This is me open it up. This Pothos Poppy campaign, I think, is going to go pretty far. Yeah, so this Pothos Poppy situation is definitely gonna be a thing for me. And I definitely want to show you guys what it looks like. So look at the growth. These pothos are strong, so I'm super excited to see how this turns out, and I'll definitely be keeping y'all updated on that. Yo, so here, and it's looking like I genuinely have high hopes for. I have high hopes for this pot right here. I have high hopes. Okay, so we have the third plant. We have the third pothos in the clay pot here. We still have room for 3 more. Again, I wanted this middle to be open for the tower. So when these plants start to drop, they could actually lift up. I could start rolling them around this little tower I have. Because hopefully with all of them in this soil, they'll simultaneously like start to build stronger roots. Have a stronger root system. So that's what I'm hoping for. Pothos are known for that. So we'll see how that goes. You want to spread them out. Make sure that they don't fall on top of any of the other pothos. And you just want to build. You want to build around it. You don't want it to be too close to the actual clay pot, the side of the clay pot, because you want the roots to essentially wrap around the soil. Like you want it to be coiled in the soil. You want to have enough room for that, and it being totally next to the clay pot is gonna not be good. It's not gonna help that overall goal. We're breaking down on our fifth pot here, our fifth pothos. Fifth potho group. I want to address that, you know, when you go to like a plant boutique, you know, plants are pretty expensive only because plants are expensive. You know, you get a clay pot, that's already going to cost you $30 to $40, depending on the state or place you're in. And then the plants that are within this pot, typically around like, these are $5. These group heads are $5. I'm about to actually place 7 in here, so that's already $35 of plants plus the pot, so it's already $70. So you go into a boutique and you're like, dang, why is this $180? Well, it's going to provide you a lot of life, and then also you got to contribute the plants that are within it and the pot that you're using. So in the soil, the soil that I'm using is I put about like $7-8 of soil in here. So it's like with my labor alone, you know, of doing this plus the actual plants, it just adds up. You know, something to really think about when it comes to plants. You know what I'm saying? I try to get people to think about. But this is a lip node I'm definitely going to repot, propagate right here. I found some new growth came from the bottom. If I'm doing this right, it came from one of the planters that I have going on in this clay pot, and I'm definitely gonna propagate this bad boy. Definitely. So we have room for 1 more, but like right now, the ones that really need it. I'm gonna repot her. This makes the most sense, you know, because of the root falling, and then also starting to get obviously noticeably too large for this little plastic here. So I'll definitely put her in the clay. Spread out roots, long roots. Excited about that. And we want to just cover her back up, cover them roots back up, and we are good to go. So I have this still space right here in the center because after placing that rod, once they start to grow out, I'm just going to be wrapping them up. Again, you know, pothos could grow up to like 15 feet. We have our water here. I'm about to make sure that there is water covered in all areas. We're going to put her off in a low light area in the office and watch her grow. Pretty excited about this one. And all the beautiful pothos that she will produce. So beautiful, beautiful. Placing all this water in here. Look at that. She's pretty heavy. She's extremely heavy. This is what we just repotted. This is how it turned out. And we will see the magic that comes from it. Hopefully we can get another one of these. She's super healthy. And I'm assuming that she's gonna be healthy, strong, and probably more longer than this one because of how much space this clay is holding in. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited. As we wrap up, I got to kind of clean up this area. I'm probably gonna spread out the pothos throughout the office here. So you'll probably be seeing that the next video. But again, I'm super excited to be sharing a little bit more of my lifestyle, what I got going on the page. This was not as dirty as I thought it would be. I still have a whole bunch of pothos, as you can see, to repot and to propagate. So in the coming days, look for that. Besides that, subscribe to me and hang out with me on a regular basis. Yeah, that concludes it. I don't know how to say bye yet. We're still working on that. But again, this is effortless. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.